Thanks for joining us in this edition of National Focus. I am Prisca Julien. Coming up, New West Bridge on track to be completed on schedule and flu outbreak officially over. Stay with us for details of these and other stories after this.
Child abuse is unacceptable. Child abuse is not cultural, it is criminal. And one child abuse is one too many.
For more information on child abuse or to report suspected cases on child abuse, contact the Social Welfare Division on 33 Great Marlborough Street or call 266-3020 or 266-3080.
Thanks for staying with us. Work will commence soon on the design of all the retaining structures for the Cabernet area. This was confirmed by the Honorable Minister for Public Works and Ports, Miriam Blanchard. The Honorable Minister was part of a delegation led by the Honorable Prime Minister, Dr. Roosevelt Skerrit, to the area on Friday morning.
We're here because we consider this a priority and we understand the urgency of the situation as advised by the technical staff. What we want to do here today is to see from the technical staff again an appreciation of the new access or the realignment of the road that's going to occur. We want to assure the residents of the valley that while work on the bypass will be ongoing, work will commence on the retaining structures to protect the road in the Cabanis area.
Friday's delegation included Member of Parliament for the Roseau Valley constituency, Dr. John Colin McIntyre, Honorable Minister for National Security, Rayburn Blackmore, and technical staff of the Ministry of Public Works and Ports. Following the collapse of the road, a decision was taken on Thursday to have the road closed to vehicular traffic due to the instability of the area. All traffic to the valley has been diverted to the Watton-Waven area where road construction is currently underway.
In light of the ongoing works in the Watton-Waven area, a delegation, again led by myself, the Permanent Secretary and the Chief Technical Officer visited the area and had discussions with the local contractors in the Watton-Waven area to see how we can assist them in moving that project forward. We also are aware that not just traffic by locals in that area, but also by persons on tours, either those who are cruise ship passengers or those who are stayover visitors as well. What we have since done in collaboration with two other ministries, the Ministry of Tourism and Urban Development, as well as the Ministry of Justice, we have liaised with the police, the Ministry of Tourism, and we're working closely with them to ensure traffic management, particularly during peak hours, I think from 8 in the morning right through to 5 in the afternoon, just to facilitate persons who are traversing the area until we're able to open this bypass.
More details on this developing story in a subsequent newscast. The Honourable Member of Parliament for the La Plaine constituency, Peter Saint-Jean, remembers the challenges endured by his constituents as a result of Tropical Storm Erica. In his end-of-year message, however, Saint-Jean encourages his constituents to live in hope for 2017. He highlighted that over 27 families in La Plaine have been made more comfortable as they enjoy the fruits of the sanitation program. Improved access to the communities of Délices and Boitica after the destruction of Tropical Storm Erica is another reason to be hopeful.
A little more than 1 year ago, our plight and cry for improved access to our village, particularly Délices and Boitica, comes today with Christmas tidings of great joy. No longer will we have to worry about the danger of the Bois Bellevue culvert crossing and the yards of drains that affected our daily commute and comforts. Our worries about the state of the rehabilitation of the Délices Primary School or the Victoria Bridge crossing.
The Honourable MP says simple as these improvements may seem, they have brought comfort to residents knowing what was suffered during the time the communities were cut off. He committed to continue caring and supporting the people of his constituency in the coming year. Meantime, Honourable Member of Parliament for the Grand Bay constituency, Justina Charles, urged her constituents to express gratitude for the many improvements which took place in the Grand Bay constituency over the past year.
Let us thank God for His financial provision to our country that has brought improvements to road within the Grand Bay constituency, improvements in housing conditions to a number of our constituents, assistance towards education to include university scholarships, healthcare financing both local and overseas, small business support, employment through the National Employment Program, and other social programs to include the non-contributory pension allowance to our elderly. Let us stop complaining and think of the goodness of God on our nation.
She thanked those who have provided unwavering support over the past year and has resolved to do even better in the coming year. You're watching National Focus. More when we return.
I had a bleeding disorder that I did not know about, and they had to be transfusing me continuously. I got 56 units.
Being there at the blood bank, I was like, yo, I'm actually saving someone's life.
You never know when you can go.
Give blood.
I have done it, and believe it or not, it don't hurt.
I won't be scared. I'll give. You know you're gonna give blood. I'll make sure she does.
Sit down at the blood bank in a comfortable environment for 45 minutes.
Helping people.
You are stimulating your body to make brand new cells.
You get free cookies, you get juice.
Glad to know your blood group. Feels good.
I felt as a better person.
It's a good thing to be alive, and I can thank God that I'm there and I'm enjoying life.
Welcome back. As the year comes to a close, NSG Management and Technical Services Limited, contractor for construction of the new West Bridge, is reporting strong progress in ongoing work on the bridge and river training wall. In a press release, the company informed that all the new main support structures have been built for the new bridge, including the 2 abutments and piers located in the river. The first set of steel girders has been installed on the north end of the structure. The center span and south span will follow shortly. NSG reports that with these beams in place in early January, the company will move forward to place the concrete decking surface. The river training wall along St. Johnston Avenue has also progressed well, and NSG expects to close the wall also in early January. The release states further that once all the wall sections are in place, the company will commence building up the level of the road and then apply the surfacing shortly thereafter. Additionally, small wall structures are also being built besides the south abutment to connect the bridge to the existing river walls. Despite some recent setbacks due to periods of heavy rain, work has been able to move forward at a consistent pace, and NSG Management and Technical Services Limited remains on track for an on-time completion of the work. A contract for $18.2 million was signed with NSG Management and Technical Services Limited for the construction of the new West Bridge in April of this year, and the project is scheduled to be complete in May 2017. The Ministry of Health and Environment declared that the influenza flu epidemic due to the influenza A, H3N2 is over as of earlier this month. On November 7, 2016, the ministry had announced an outbreak. However, this outbreak is now officially declared to be over. GIS News spoke to Chief Medical Officer Dr. David Johnson on Friday.
Based on the guidelines or the definition of declaring an outbreak is over, the WHO clearly indicates that if a maximum of 2 incubation periods have passed and there are no new cases identified of that disease, and in this case the influenza A, H3N2 virus, then the country is in a position to declare officially that the outbreak is over. And therefore, in doing our tests, our sampling and sending to CATHA, we have not seen any new cases of the disease from since November 20th. All right. So in fact, but we continue to monitor the situation to see whether any new cases would have come up, and therefore we're in a position to declare officially effective December 10th.
A total of 90 cases, mostly children, had been hospitalized. The hospital admissions among the adult group had related conditions of diabetes, hypertension, and asthma. The ministry is reminding the public to be on alert for the usual seasonal flu, which begins at the end of December to the end of March.
Over the last, I would say, more than 10 years, we have been monitoring and tracking the type of viruses that are circulating, and also when we expect to get an outbreak. We normally see an outbreak of the flu, yes, after around December, and it goes up and peaks after the carnival season. We also, because based on the surveillance that we have been conducting for many years now, since 2003 to be exact, we also notice that we will see we get an outbreak of a flu after the Creole Festival. All right, so we anticipate that there is also going to be another flu outbreak sometime between, let's say, the end of December to somewhere at end of March, end of February, sorry, beginning of March.
The ministry also reminds the public that the flu vaccines is available at all health facilities for people most at risk for developing complications from the flu. This vaccine, when taken, will prevent one from becoming severely ill with the flu.
The government of Dominica has continued to invest in terms of the procurement of vaccines, flu vaccines to the general public. And I dare say at no direct cost to those patients. We sort of prioritize the persons who are what we consider susceptible or more vulnerable to get those vaccines. The elderly, those persons who are immunocompromised, pregnant mothers, young children.
Let's join Kimani Saint-Jean for this week's edition of Flashback.
Welcome to this week's edition of Flashback. In the headlines this week, the MV Celebrity Eclipse, operated by Celebrity Cruises, made its inaugural call to Dominica on Sunday, December 25th. Director of Tourism Colin Piper officially welcomed the MV Celebrity Eclipse to Dominica on Christmas Day. To conclude the ceremony, plaques and gift baskets were exchanged. Also making the news this week, the Honorable Prime Minister and Minister for Finance, Dr. Roosevelt Skerrit, reiterated government's commitment to agriculture. The Honorable Prime Minister reported that improvements are being made to several feeder roads around the island. He also gave details about the abattoir. He said in order to facilitate payment to farmers who are supplying the abattoir, an account is being set up for payments to be made upon delivery. The nation's leader commended owners of supermarkets and restaurants for supporting the local poultry program. Almost $1 million worth of equipment has been procured for local agro-processors by the Dominica Manufacturers Association and Invest Dominica Authority. On Thursday this week, the IDA and DMA held a handing over ceremony to provide a number of agro-processors with equipment to facilitate their growing businesses. Minister for Commerce, Enterprise and Small Business Development, Roslyn Paul, believes this gesture affords the manufacturers the opportunity to improve the quality of the product, thus making them more market ready. On Thursday this week, we told you of small business enterprises across the island receiving massive support from government in the year 2016. And the Honorable Minister for Commerce, Enterprise and Small Business Development, Rosin Paul, anticipates much more will be done in 2017. In her end-of-year message, the Honorable Minister reported that 425 small enterprises received grant support to the tune of $3.1 million in 2016. She spoke strongly of government's recognition of small enterprises as a vibrant contributor to the economic and social transformation of Dominica, demonstrated through the financial, technical, and material support to micro and small enterprises over the past year. The Roosevelt Skerritt administration has responded quickly to the victims of Tuesday morning's fire in the Silver Lake community, which left 20 households homeless. The Dominica leader who visited the community on Tuesday described the incident as unfortunate, but was thankful that there were no injuries or loss of life. Prime Minister Skerritt announced a number of actions which would be taken to address the short-term, medium-term, and long-term needs of the victims. Also, one day after the fire in Silver Lake, which left 60 homeless, the Roosevelt Skerritt administration provided the head of each of the 20 households $1,000. The presentations were made by Honorable Minister for Social Services, Lady Catherine Daniel, at a ceremony on Wednesday morning at the Bathurst State Community Center. These were some of the headline stories making the news this week. For details of each of these and other stories, visit our website or Facebook page. Back to you, Prisca.
Thank you, Kimani. That's the English news. Coming up next, Pherson St. Luce with the Creole highlights.
Allô tout le monde, bienvenue à cette nouvelle en créole. Non, moi, c'est Pherson St. Luce. Premièrement, le gouvernement Dominica a mis autant mis en place pour adresser les problèmes qui existent en location cabanes, en délégation et puis chef Premier ministre Honorable Dr. Roosevelt Skerritt, ministre Public Works Senator Honorable Miriam Blanchard, membre parlement Honorable Dr. John Colin McIntyre, ensemble et puis officier ministre Public Works, visiter l'occasion aujourd'hui. Quand même si l'homme membre parlement Honorable Dr. John Colin McIntyre, travail a commencé immédiatement pour adresser la situation.
Aujourd'hui, nous avons cabané, c'est des gens qui ont fait à moins. Ils ont changé, ça y est, cabané. Dans le monde hygiène, toutes ces places, nous avons trouvé dans place. Jerry Chelsea, à l'autre côté, nous avons tapé Zozio, Zonway, tout ce qui a été. Chimère ça, c'est chimère nous passé. Mais actuellement, ça n'a pas fait. Ouais, là. Nous tenons un projet qui passe, comme tu dis, 5 années qui passe, c'est un RIM projet. Et nous coupons mon cabanista. Il y a des gens qui ont Guadeloupe, qui ont toutes ces places, toutes Dominicaines. Là, ils viennent Dominique. Et bien, ça, là, ouais, ça nous fait des cabanistes. Ils disent, c'est un gouvernement qui veut voter because ils coupent les cabanistes. Actuellement, ça, on a cabanistes, c'est un 9 bagailles, c'est bien neuf, parce que ça part là. Ça part un problème, la motivation. Mais il y a l'eau, ça, là où elle est brûlée, toutes ces places, elle est, mon ça, il y a toute l'eau qui est sortie, nous tapions l'eau là, puis 2-3 semaines qui passaient, comme si il y a un mois, et bien là, il y a l'âge de l'eau. Donc l'eau, ça, il a battu, et bien quand il a lavé toutes ces bails, ça, il a fait la tamate nous.
Honorable McIntyre a mentionné pour le projet là.
Actuellement, c'est un cas aujourd'hui, nous avons une grosse machine là-bas. Nous parlons pour un ministre Blanchard, qui est l'office pour nous taper une grosse machine. Pour nous venir ici pour faire un 9 chimères. Nous avons fait un guitare, nous avons fait un chimère. Comme si nous avons passé, quitter ça là, nous avons passé là. Et bien là, nous finissons de faire chimère ça. Nous sommes passés, pas de problème. Nous pouvons descendre à la rivière pour essayer de faire pour stabiliser la rivière. La rivière aux évangiles. Bien, la rivière est sérieux, mon maca. Mon Watt, mon Trapito, mon Nicotrin, il y a tout le cas de l'eau là. Et bien là, nous avons fait le qualité de nous, il peut toujours laver les places à Roosevelt.
La nouvelle, même parlement pour constituency City Savane, Honorable Dr. Kenneth Darrow, qui a fait parole pour la constituency. Sinon, Honorable Darrow, il a gardé devant pour l'année prochaine.
Nous aussi, nous just commencé à changer washroom at the community pitch. nous espérons que l'argent qui est en l'année 9 là, quand l'année 9 là commence, nous continuons la projection de bagatelle foncière là, nous avons tapé l'argent pour 25 d'autres mois chemin 26 places là. Nous aussi qu'à recevoir l'autre plus $300,000 pour continuer le projet à laisser chimie avec tout. So nous espérons comme on dit l'année qu'a fini primaire parce qu'il commence pour moi comme en parlement. Mais à part même pour dire que nous n'est pas assez, nous savons que nous avons l'autre travail pour faire. Espérons ça like pretend pour resettlementer ça van, mais nous voulons dire que le projet ça a bien commencé. Si vous passez un bel visuel actuellement, que déjà fait ces plein film neuf là, et déjà il y a les autres places pour le projet là commencer.
Et puis finalement, un programme entrepreneurship qui prend place en constituency Guanform. Parole ça là sorti en membre parlement honorable Ivor Stevenson.
Ça c'est bagaille nous avons contre small business, petit business. Ça donc a fait c'est assister moun qui ne différents ideas pour faire business pour qui nous aider yo et puis yo ça fait mais en la constituency ça nous ka sorti hard c'est ça. Nous ka qui nous ka aller à différents programmes comme beekeeping. Nous avons des jeunes live civic. Actuellement, j'ai commencé à lever miel, miel dans le village. Et puis, je crois que ça qui fait bien pour laver ces jeunes gens. Et puis, ça qui fait ça qui est toujours l'argent. Il n'y a pas pour dépendre des autres en agriculture. Parce que ça, c'est un petit business, même ça dépend pour faire autant d'argent.
Messieurs, mesdames, ça c'est tout pour nouvelles à Creole pour à présent. Non, moi c'est Pherson Luce. Qu'à ce de tout le monde, une bonne année. Au revoir.
Coming up, your tip of the day. It is never too late to start living your life the way you believe you ought to. Here are some tips to refresh and boost your way of life. Let go. Many times we are held back by the tangled web of previous failures, commitments, emotions, and barriers. This is all old baggage. A fresh start demands a clean slate. Let everything from the past go and then embrace change. Life is constantly changing, constantly evolving, and constantly renewing itself. Change your mindset to be prepared for things to change and accept change with grace. That's all for this edition of National Focus. We always welcome your suggestions and comments. Drop us an email at gis@dominica.gov.dm or visit our website news.gov.dm. Like our Facebook page, facebook.com/GIS News Dominica, and follow our Twitter at GIS Dominica. You can also catch up on past National Focus newscasts on our GIS Dominica YouTube channel. Live streaming is also available on our YouTube channel 24 hours a day. From all of us here on the GIS News production team, I am Prisca Julien, wishing you a bright and productive new year. Thanks for watching.